I'm Melissa. I'm part of the Lavinia Stamps design team with lots of lovely ladies in it, and I'm going to show you how I made this. All Lavinia stamps and dies, and it's really easy to do. You start off with this blank. I got it off of Etsy. I will put all the details onto the blog down below and all the shopping list and everything you need. But it's just a straight MDF clock. Very first thing you do is to paint it with a chalk-based paint. Any chalk-based paint, it doesn't really matter, just as long as it gives you a nice covering. The chalk-based paints will go over anything and they're really easy to stamp on. So I have painted all of it, all ready for stamping. Then, next thing I've done is I've got the trailing ivy stamp and pushed it right into the corner of my stamping block. So then, when I line it up, which is difficult to do upside down, when you line it up, it's going to be the same distance away from the edge. So you do the opposite corners like that, and you turn it around and do that, and then you'll do that round 90 degrees and the same round the bottom. Now you'll find that there will be little tiny gaps in between the stamping, so you can leave them, or what I did was to just ink up the very end of the die and just touch it up where the holes were, just to fill them in, so it ended up with a complete circle here. You see where I've touched it up in there. The next thing I did was to cut out this die. So again, a Lavinia die with the butterflies, and here it is. It's so very, very pretty. Now with this you can either, depending on what colour base you've done, you could either just colour this and put this straight on because it looks yummy, or you can put a slightly larger circle around the outside just to show it off. But if you put it on as it is, then you just need to mark off your 12, 6, 3 and 9 spots like that. Now on the sides I used this border die. Now you will see if I lift it up that it fits the side perfectly, absolutely made to measure, and these border dies are all the same length as well. Now you can't fit it onto a block because there's no room, because it fits so perfectly. So what you do is you ink it up, push it to the top, hold it down, and then just press down very firmly all the way down, making sure that you haven't missed any bits. And then you do that obviously on both sides like that. And then on the top I use this gorge Zen butterfly. Again, it's made to measure and will sit nicely like this. And I took my Dusty Concord, which is what I used to ink up my trailing ivy, and I just caught all the edges of the clock to highlight it. Once I'd stamped everything, I covered it in Mod Podge to seal in, because the chalk paint will chip and look distressed. If you don't want to put this around the edge, what you can do is to sand it just to bring out the block. Now the other thing is, if you're putting this on a window, don't forget that the back is on show too, so why not use another yummy Lavinia die on the back, so when it's sitting on your window it's pretty on both sides. These clock elements are easy to get hold of, And don't forget that you can colour in the hands with your Pro marker, so you can match the colours into your clock or whatever clock you're doing. So that is it. Oh, this is what I used around the edge to do my, rather than write numbers, I just put blobs of the pearls around the edge. Have fun!